Welcome back to Unhuman Storytime, everyone. This is the Unhuman. It's been a little while since I played this. My last recording was probably a week ago or more. I've been trying to do other games. You might have seen them by now on my channel. In our last episode, we met a bunch of people, I believe, but apparently most recently it was QueenBee here. She was just asking who the heck I am. So let's just get into it. Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are? I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Unhuman. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We gamers gotta stick together.
I'm QueenBee, by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, QueenBee."
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here, besides Purr and Teo. So you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Oh great, now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you are talking about.
Whoa!
I just like how baffled she was there. Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Nope, nope, nope. Sure, I'd like to learn more, or will it hurt or traumatize me? I find QueenBee kind of compelling. She just seems intense and larger than life. I'd like to experience more of the story with her, so sure, I'd like to learn more. Well, it is part of my job to know all about the games here. And if QueenBee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me farther into the dark abyss, my mistress. This is getting kinky, guys. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Aw yeah, and +1 to our relationship. Nice. QueenBee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. You can't just plug one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. That webcam there, it broadcasts to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Cost a bit to put everything all together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning. But after doing this here for a couple years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. There's so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with the console version of FOD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. Well wait, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
Nope, no way.
I gotta think of a good way to handle the curse words that are censored. I think I'm just gonna use censored curses that sound like cutesy to make her seem less intimidating. Really take her down a peg. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Ha ha ha. Fudge no. That was part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible. Even if it is with a bunch of fodder. As in F-O-D-der, as in, you know, chum, lunch meat, scrubs, losers. I thought I was going to keep going, honestly. I got the idea, yeah. QueenBee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter cabinet. Ah, my crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
Beep beep. What the?
Shirt. I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure. One thing, can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We've got kids around here. I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh. But for you, I'll keep it to a PG-13 rating. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick.
Later.
She's fun. Alright. And with a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. QueenBee fires up her broadcast rig, and the shouting and, milder, swearing starts up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. QueenBee may be certifiable. She's got a volatile personality, to say the least. Still, she seems to like me, so there's that. She strikes me as the sort to start out rocky with anyone, but gradually get used to working them. Good for me. Let's see, what to handle next. Ah, yes, I'd forgotten that there were 3 things that I had to do. So we have an irate customer near Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, and a loud crowd around Showtime stage. The loud crowd's probably just someone playing real good. So I think irate customer is the next priority here. My mutant floor attendant senses detect danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rush all of 30 feet to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Come on! Hurry the fart up and finish your game! You, do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Unhuman, floor attendant. Well, stop attending to the carpets and attend to me! I want this pork butt to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume's mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece of garbanzo off this game and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring I ought to hear the fat piece of garbanzo's side of the story before rushing to a judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. And he doesn't even notice my tapping. So I tap again. Twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze a spin? Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee. Thank you, Naomi. Which simply reads, Moopy! You know the game's full name? Sure, I played a lot of it when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff? Yeah. A bit terse, as he's laser focused on the game. And I can see why. He's currently sitting on 714,900 points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or as this other guy would probably put it, holy shish kebab, that's a hullabaloo of a high score. Excuse me? Right. Sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping good pace here. Plenty of lives stocked, on par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. You know what? I support this man. Who cares if this guy's waiting, you know? He was there first. If he's good enough to keep playing, then that's good. Let him keep playing. He paid his money. That's just my opinion. Somehow, the thick arcade jargon sounds classier when draped in his British accent, like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? Sir, you can cover me with that money. Just kidding. For a moment, I flash back to that movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in bed covered in money and, That's funny considering I said that before I read that bit and that's pretty much what I was getting at. Cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I have never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. One moment please. On it. Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me, with Gavin's contact info preloaded. Nice. With trembling fingers, I key in. Customer wants to buy Moopy for $3K. What do? In less than a minute, I have my response. Considering we paid $200 for it, plus parts, yes. Absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately. Well, okay then. Although, how's Naomi going to react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit? It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of a grasp on the real costs of old arcade machines. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point, but with this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. The game was $200, but I'm not sure we should sell. $3,000 sounds about right, it's yours. I'm not sure if we should sell this game. Well, honestly, if I had to pick between having a better relationship with Naomi or Gavin, I would probably pick Naomi. I mean, Gavin might be more closer to a boss figure. Oh, now I'm second guessing myself. Oh no, what should I do? Screw it. I am gonna be a rebel and not listen to what my pseudo boss says. That game was $200, but I'm not sure we should sell it. It's an older game and actually only cost us about $200, but, well, it's a part of the arcade, sir. I expect this apparent gazillionaire to protest at not getting his way. And also now that I think about it more, Francine is really not all about the money, so I feel like she'd rather I keep Naomi happy. I think. That's my opinion. But he's smiling. You're right. This is Mr. Moopy's home after all. Alright, I got +1 with the guy. I didn't give him his way, he still likes me better. Rock on. I guess he's just such a fan of the arcade. Let's compromise. I'll pay you $1,000 American and own the game, but you keep it here. And in return, I get to play as long as I want provided nobody's already playing. That way, I can keep chasing the score, but your arcade stays whole. I'd hate to break up a loving family. Naomi will be relieved to hear that. Even if Gavin may flame me for passing up $2,000. Now, I think this is a good compromise. You still get a way big chunk of change. And Naomi stays happy, and he seems perfectly fine with it. And because now it's a kind of a preservation thing. He's like a patron of our fine establishment. Good. I'd hate to make Naomi cry. How could I live with myself? Which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had been kind of ignoring that he exists. I mean, look at this guy. He's a douche. What the French toast, man? What kind of arcade is this anyway? Fernando this. I'm going to Deco's Palace. Fine, get out of here. Get out of here. Who needs you? I'll start my own arcade with blackjack and hookers. Anyway, and we just lost a customer, stomping his way out the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold. Well, guess what? He didn't even have a name. Technically, this guy doesn't have a name yet either, but he will once the question marks disappear.
What a disagreeable fellow.
As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing. Eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. He seems to care about more than just his game, or splashing around the cash, aren't we, Mr. Moneybags? I feel like the first one's better for me. He seems to care about more than just his game. Take it from someone wallowing around in the lower tax brackets. The rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And yet, that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play, that's all. And why? Because of Naomi. Because of the Funplex. It's a home and a family for the games, and for us. Maybe it's for the best I sent that rando out the door in favor of this guy. I think we're going to cut it here for right now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. In the next episode, we'll figure out who the heck this guy is. Thanks again. Bye.